And today we are back with another watch long, this time for the Manchester United versus Reading game in the FA Cup. Well, I was going to say it's a big game for Manchester United. It's not really that big, is it? It's a game we should win. It's a game we very much should win and win fairly comfortably in reality, because Reading aren't that great. All things considered, are they? And I mean that in the nicest way possible. And there is no real nice way to say you're rubbish, is there? But in this case, that's how I mean it. Because, I mean, they're a mid-table championship side at the end of the day. But there's no getting away from that. Because of that, we should be winning this game, and we should be aiming to win it quite comfortably as well. Whether or not we actually will or not is a different question, because we know how kind of inconsistent this Manchester United team can be. But obviously Manchester United have gone actually really strong for this game, which is, while it's in a sense disappointing, because you'd like you'd like to have seen more rotation. You would have liked to have seen kind of some of the younger players and the players that haven't got as much game time this season to have been given a little bit more. I look at the likes of Alejandro Garnacho, has done very well in the minutes he's been given this year. We want to see him get more and more. And it's a shame that he hasn't been given that today. Palestri as well, still yet to make a competitive start for Manchester United. Again, when is he going to get his opportunity to start for Manchester United? Hopefully it comes sooner rather than later. But again, it doesn't look like that will be the case anytime soon. Obviously, when it comes to the starting lineup for Manchester United is as it reads on your side there. So it is David De Gea in goal. It's the back four of Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Harry Maguire, Victor Lindelof, and Tyrell Malacia. Luke Shaw, obviously not even making the bench, so he is out with that illness which he missed the Nottingham Forest game with. Not the end of the world, but obviously not ideal. Preferably we would have him as opposed to be missing him. But obviously that back four is a back four we saw, well, more or less that back four is a back four we've seen so many times under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Maybe a little bit under Ralf Rangnick. I can't quite remember exactly if we saw Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, Lindelof and Shaw backline under Ralf Rangnick, but I'm sure we probably did at some point. And obviously David De Gea in goal as well. Going into the midfield, we've got Casemiro, we've got Christian Eriksen. Two very, very good midfielders. We know how good these two players are. We know they are, well, they're outstanding, and they're at a much higher level than what this game is. They are Champions League level players, Casemiro and Christian Eriksen, not Championship. So for us today, really, those two should be having a field day. It should be a walk in the park for those two. And again, I mean that in the nicest possible sense to Reading. Look, for me, there's no point hiding the difference in quality between these two sides. Manchester United are the better team. And I don't see any point in pretending that we're not. If that makes sense. We should be winning the game again. And then the front line, obviously, again, it's the first team front line that has played ever since Weghorst has signed and Martial's obviously got injured, which is Antony on the right, Bruno Fernandes at number 10, Marcus Rashford off the left, and up top we've got Wout Weghorst. Obviously, in the other games in the FA Cup, well, actually, before we get into the other games in the FA Cup, we will look at the Reading team. And it is this. So it's Joe Lumley in goal. I believe Is Joe Lumley the same goalkeeper that played for Middlesbrough last year? Yes. Yes, he is. I thought he was. So it's Joe Lumley in goal. He's a pain in the arse. But he starts for Reading. It's then Yaldum, Holmes, and Mukatia, with Junior Hoylett and Rahman as their two wing backs in a 5-back. Paul Ince's son, Tom, then is in a midfield three with Lewam and Jeff Hendrick, obviously the former Newcastle and Burnley midfielder, with then Andy Carroll Andy Carroll and Joao leading the line in that 3-5-2 or 5-3-2, however you want to see it in terms of where you include your wing backs / full backs. But obviously, it shouldn't really matter what team they play. We should be winning this game. I'm Magaluf. Respect Magaluf. Look, they'll have a good game today. I have no doubt about that. They will have a good game today because it's Reading. It's Reading at the end of the day. Look, I'm going to keep saying that quite a lot. It's Reading. We should be beating them, and it should be a walk in the park. These are Premier League players. These are Champions League or at least European level players. They're better than Championship. I wouldn't be worried. Your morning will not be ruined. I'm just trying to see how reflective these glasses are, because I can take them off. They're not like proper eye, like I'm gonna say proper eyeglasses, but they are glasses, but they're blue light glasses essentially. They just help with eye strain as opposed to actually being able to help me see. You're in 6-0. I'll take that. Now, look, when I made my prediction, I didn't expect as much rotation. Well, that I pretty much smashed Erik ten Hag's team, haven't I? There, really. Like, I've done immaculate there. I've got one player wrong in the team I predicted Erik ten Hag to use. Might as well call me Erik ten Hag, really. But look, that's the team I would have played. I would have rotated heavily in this game because I think we can beat Reading. That team on the screen there is good enough to beat Reading, and it would have given us an opportunity to see some of the younger players who have impressed when they've been called upon. The likes of Palestri, the likes of Garnacho. Obviously, we haven't, and now, look, in a sense, I think that puts more pressure on Erik ten Hag and more pressure on these players, because now they have to perform. We have to have a kind of a dominant performance. We've got to show that why we are a top 4 team, why we are targeting to win the league, win European competitions, while Reading are happy to to survive the Championship or sit mid-table in the Championship. I expect Woodville, of course, to bully those defences. Well, we are already having a 3-0 lead in the next match, so I can't blame Ten Hag for not rotating and starting strongly. And I think that is a good point, and that's the only reason why I think starting strong today is all right, because against Nottingham Forest, as you say, we've got a 3-0 lead heading into that game at Old Trafford. We shouldn't be losing by 2 goals or more against Nottingham Forest at Old Trafford, regardless of the team. So in that sense, I do agree, but also the reports are, and look, I can't say paid loads of attention to Ten Hag when he was at Ajax. Obviously, I don't watch the Eredivisie that much, and I think most people are the same. But from what I've seen on Twitter, this is a problem that Erik Ten Hag also had at Ajax, that he didn't rotate very well, and he often used the same 11 to 15 players all the time, and that's kind of what we are seeing at Manchester United. Every week it is the same players. There is very little rotation at Manchester United at the moment, which I think is an issue, because there is no reason why players like a Palestri today couldn't have started. Why a Moyano, or sorry, not even Moyano, a Fred couldn't play today. He just would have given those players like a Eriksen, an Eriksen, a Rashford, a chance to rest, while giving those players that I've just mentioned, the Freds, the Palestris, the Garnachos, a chance to impress, and then they can have then a little bit of a run of a game, play against Reading, play against Nottingham Forest, and then bada bing, bada boom, they're in a bit of form, and we're really seeing what they're made out of. And it gives Marcus Rashford, gives Eriksen, these important first team players, a chance just to have a week off, a week and a half off, where any kind of small niggles they've got, any small injuries, any sorenesses, I guess, just any knocks or anything, they can rest it. They can kind of be in the physio room, and they can kind of get back to 100% before we start playing some more big games in the likes of Chelsea, in the likes of Liverpool, so on and so forth. Who I'm not sure when we actually play these. Well, yeah, well, we have Crystal Palace in a week at Old Trafford. Give them a week's rest before that, and then. But look, we're playing every 3 days or so. Any chance to rest players should be taken for me. But we should have started Butland though. Wanting to see what's up with him. He's not even on the bench. I really don't get why we've brought Butland in. I like Butland. He seemed like a great guy, but yet to be in any sort of match day squad. We've seen Tom Heaton play more. So why is he here? But yeah, I mean, look, I'm looking at the games that Manchester United I've got coming up at the moment, and the games are coming thick and fast, and it's not going to get much easier for Manchester United. So this is how our run looks. Obviously, we've got Reading today and tonight in 5 minutes. We get kicked off for this game. We need to win it. We then play Nottingham Forest. We can afford to lose that, as long as it's by 2 goals or less. That's fine. Rotation has to happen. We then play Crystal Palace in a week. We have to win that. 3 days later, we got Leeds. Got to win. We then got Leeds again 4 days later. Sorry, we got 4 days between Crystal Palace and Leeds. We then got another 4 days between the Leeds game and the second Leeds game. We've then got 4 days between that Leeds game to then playing Barcelona, who, look, a lot of people have this idea that Barcelona are a bad side because they've got knocked out of the Champions League. Barcelona are a very good side. We are so unlucky, not to have topped our Europa League group, because that was bullshit that we didn't, because of that penalty against Lisandro Martinez in the first game against Sociedad. That was bullshit, why we didn't qualify. But to then face the best team that we could have, or the worst team or the best team, however you want to see it, in Barcelona are the best team out of all the teams we could have drawn, so it's the worst draw for us. But Barcelona, we go over to the La Liga table. Why is it showing me the Europa League? Load. There we go. What? Hopefully it sorts itself. Eventually, will it sort itself out? Here we go. There you go. And there you can see, look, Barcelona are top of La Liga. Even if Real Madrid win their game in hand. 3 points clear at the top of La Liga. And that's a Real Madrid team that are currently, oh yeah, Champions League holders. Very, very good team, Real Madrid. And Barcelona are above them and deservingly so. They are a very good team. So it's not going to be the easy game, which I feel like a lot of Man United fans seem to think it will be. We will be tested, to say the very least. Yeah, no, our run of games is very, very tasty. And that again, that goes back to why, obviously, bringing the point back around. There are so many hard games to come for Manchester United. Any chance we have to rotate needs to be taken, and I think today is a missed opportunity. Can't wait for the Barca game though. The Arsenal-Man City game has proven Ten Hag has brought us back performing well despite lack of squad depth. Yeah, I think it is exciting because I do agree. I think Erik Ten Hag has done a really good job. And what I was most happy about those performances against Man City and particularly Arsenal is we went toe to toe with Arsenal for a long duration of that game. And what cost us in the end, for me, obviously, well, there's a couple of reasons. Obviously, Arsenal, they're 3 years into their project. They are just further along the timeline than we are. But B, mainly, I think it was that depth and the fitness levels. Arsenal had a week off between the North London derby and playing us, while we had Crystal Palace midweek. So we played midweek, and then we had the Arsenal game. I think our players were looking tired and lethargic come the end of the game. Where Arsenal, where they were fresh, they were bringing fresh players on still, whereas we didn't have that kind of luxury, unfortunately. And I think that really benefited Arsenal. And hopefully, we will be able to go toe to toe with Barcelona. Obviously, Barcelona are about 6 months ahead of us in their project. Let's say we're 6 months in, they're about 12 months in. So it'll be interesting to see how we get on against Barcelona. But personnel-wise, you've got to say Barcelona are better than us personnel-wise. That is Andy Carroll, yes. They are playing Andy Carroll. Right, Bruno's about to get us kicked off here. Come on then, let's get us kicked off. And away we go. We are underway now. Obviously, the best way to watch these streams is by syncing up your game timer with mine. And it more or less is already perfectly synced, which is lovely. So again, just to go through the lineups for both teams. For Manchester United, it is David De Gea in goal. It's a back four of Wan-Bissaka, Harry Maguire, Victor Lindelof and Tyrell Malacia. Eriksen and Casemiro make it up a midfield double pivot. While in the front four, we've got Marcus Rashford out on the left, Bruno Fernandes out, just behind it. Let me restart all that whole thing. On the right, we've got Antony. On the left, we've got Marcus Rashford. At number 9, we've got Wout Weghorst. And just behind Weghorst, we have got Bruno Fernandes at number 10. For Reading, it is Joe Lumley in goal, obviously formerly of Middlesbrough and was the goalkeeper when Middlesbrough did beat us on penalties last year in this competition. It's Yaldum, Holmes and Mukattir in a back three. Hoylett, Junior Hoylett that is, and Baba Rahman as the two wing backs, with Loam, Jeff Hendrick and Tom Ince in a midfield three, with Andy Carroll and João as a front two. Eriksen goes long, looking for the run of Rashford. They just about deal with it, Reading. Not the greatest and most reassuring piece of defending there from Reading. What's Reading's nickname? The Royals, isn't it? The Royals. I think they're the Royals. Yeah, it is the Royals. I am so good, and for those of you who don't know, this game is live on ITV, ITV4 for those of you in the UK. I don't know why it's on ITV4. I think that's a bit strange. You'd have thought, if you're going to put it on ITV1, maybe ITV2, not 4. But that's where it is. So yeah, if you are in the UK, there it is. If you're looking for it and you can't find it. But we have a free kick here for Reading. Edge of the box. Andy Carroll is standing over it. So is Junior Hoylett. And obviously, former Manchester United player Paul Ince's son, Tom Ince, who is obviously the manager. Paul Ince is the manager, so it is a bit of my dad's the manager situation here, with Tom Ince standing over this free kick. And Ince will take it straight into the wall. Well blocked. Jeff Hendrick looks to get it back into the box. Rashford picks it up, finds Antony, who goes down the line looking for Marcus Rashford again. Here is Rashford. Holds it up into Wan-Bissaka, into Antony, back to Rashford. The Weghorst, into Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Moves it out to Antony. Lovely play from Antony. Finds Wan-Bissaka. Weghorst flicks it. Couldn't turn it goalwards. Good play there from Manchester United and Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Antony. Antony just stood up his man there. And just put it through his legs to find Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who then drills it in. It's a good ball across. Weghorst did actually get a good contact on it and turned it goalwards. It's good defending, though, from Reading. And it's out for a corner. I think it's Eriksen to take it. It is Eriksen. Looking for Harry Maguire. Well dealt with by Reading. And obviously, this is a big game for Reading. It's their opportunity to come to Old Trafford and get something. This is a dream for so many footballers to come to Old Trafford, to play at Old Trafford. The theatre of dreams, obviously. So if they can not only get the opportunity to play here, but also win the game, that'll be a dream come true for so many. So it's going to be a tough game. Reading really are going to be at their very, very best. Here is Harry Maguire. Out to Bruno Fernandes. Lindelof. Bruno Fernandes. Crossfield ball. Looking for Antony, who brings it down really well. Wan-Bissaka's made a good overlapping run. And here is Wan-Bissaka, who pulls it back looking for Antony or Bruno on the edge. It's well defended in the end. I would have liked to have seen Wan-Bissaka just try and get that cross in rather than put it back to the edge of the box. But United still have it. United just moving the ball around. You can see the difference in quality between these two teams already. Regardless of what you think about how good Manchester United are and what you think of Reading, the difference in quality here is noticeable. As Weghorst has it, finds Rashford. Edge of the box here, Marcus Rashford. Goes down, free kick to United, edge of the box. 6 minutes played. Rashford fouled by Junior Hoilett. He turned well then. You can see Hoylett's he's not a wing back. He's not a defensive minded player. He's a player that wants to get forward, wants to attack. It's just a bit sloppy there. So by the looks of it, it's going to be Casemiro to take it. Eriksen to take it. Casemiro is also there standing over it, but surely it's going to be Eriksen. And I think this is an opportunity where Eriksen could shoot. It's a little bit wide, but I think he could shoot from here. Christian Eriksen will take. Oh, just wide of the far post. Unlucky. Not a bad effort there from Christian Eriksen. Instead of going for the front post, he tries to whip it round into that back stick. It was never really curling in. It was a good effort. And you can see there Tom Ince. Not Tom Ince, Paul Ince. Shouting down to his players. Here is Antony. Finds Casemiro. Lovely nutmeg by Casemiro, and he's still going. That's a free kick. It is a free kick, which we move quickly into Bruno Fernandes. Out to Marcus Rashford. Terrell Malacia on the overlap. Rashford. Still Marcus Rashford. Rashford, lovely ball into Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who finds Antony, who slips. Not the greatest ball from Wan-Bissaka into Antony. Slipped over as he tried to bring it down. United lose it. And here is Wan-Bissaka again. Antony. Casemiro. Into Harry Maguire. Lindelof. Casemiro. No, Eriksen, sorry. Poor wasteful ball there from Eriksen. And Reading will just see it out for a goal kick. No, they won't. Lovely turn from Junior Hoilett, who looks to now escape. But Weghorst is deemed to have found Junior Hoilett. And it is a free kick to Reading. 9 minutes played. Still 0-0. Manchester United definitely the better of the two sides. But no shots so far from either team. Joe Lumley goes long, looking for Carroll. Harry Maguire, big and strong against Carroll, and wins it. Antony goes down, wanting a free kick, doesn't get it. Goes back to the centre back. Weghorst given chase. Back to Lumley. A great pass. I'm not sure that's what he meant to do that, but he does find his man. Tell you what, this Reading team, it looks so disorganised at times. A lot of it is almost definitely the pressure of coming to Old Trafford against Manchester United, having to win. But I haven't been that impressed by Reading. And talk about not being very impressed. What is Christian Eriksen doing there? That is poor from him. I tell you what, I wonder how much of an impact Andy Carroll for Reading had on the team selection tonight, and particularly in Harry Maguire being selected. Because, I mean, obviously there's all this the talk about Lisandro Martinez is too small to play in the Premier League. Imagine we saw a Andy Carroll versus Lisandro Martinez battle. That would be something for the history books. As Malacia moves it out to Bruno Fernandes, who's taken a very central, very wide position here. That has done a lot of the game. Marcus Rashford coming very central. It's almost at times looks like a bit of like a 4-4-2 really, with Rashford going central alongside Weghorst. Not sure really what I make of it. Here's Malacia. Lindelof. Malacia. Harry Maguire. Lovely touch and brings it out. Anthony. Looks for Weghorst, but Wan-Bissaka picks it up. Looks to bring cut back. Good tackle from the Reading player. Maguire. Wan-Bissaka moves into Casemiro first time. Lovely flick from Casemiro. Weghorst gets there first, and that's a free kick. Good forward play there by Weghorst, dropping in, just linking play. And look, that's what Weghorst has to do for Manchester United. So what I always said it about Anthony Martial, and he's a player that did it so well. Weghorst has to do that, and he did well there. Just gets his big frame between him and the ball. Between the defender and the ball, sorry. Which is good defending. And wins the free kick. I think it's a little bit far out for Eriksen. Probably, if someone's going to, if we're going to shoot here, it probably will be Marcus Rashford. Or potentially maybe a Bruno Fernandes. No, Bruno. It's either got to be a ball into the box or Marcus Rashford knuckleball. And I think it is going to be a Rashford. Rashford's going to shoot here. I'm not sure about this. Rashford does shoot. Good save. Good save by Joe Lumley. And it fell to a Manchester United player. But we just couldn't kind of get a shot away or a free shot away at goal. Anthony. Tries to beat his man but can't. And here is Tom Ince trying to bring it out from the back. Anthony with a good tackle. So throw-in for Reading, but very much in Reading's half. So it's a good opportunity for Manchester United to try and pin him in and not let him out. This is the free kick again. That's just poor. Look, I didn't think Joe Lumley was very good after we played Middlesbrough, and I still don't. That's an easy save. Ball into the box. Rashford can't bring it down. Good turn from poor turn actually from Ince. Casemiro moves it into Bruno Fernandes. Bruno, lovely ball out to Anthony. Anthony finds Eriksen. Reading so many players just streaming back. Here is Bruno. Finds Anthony on the edge. Goes for goal. Whipped effort. Just wide. Not a bad effort from Anthony there. Wide of the post. Still 0-0, but good opportunity there for Manchester United. So close. We'll see it here again. We've seen him score goals like that already this season for Manchester United. You think back to his goal in the Manchester Derby. You think back to his goal against, was it Charlton? He scored goals like that before, Anthony. So, and he weren't too far off doing that again. Maguire wins the header. Andy Carroll wins it. Second ball. Malacia. It's up rather than out. And Andy Carroll just bullies Lindelof there. Harry Maguire wins it though. United now have it and can bring it forward. Casemiro goes long. Really poor ball. Referee says no to Manchester United's appeals for a handball. Joe Lumley. Just so poor with his distribution. Weghorst nearly stole it. Rashford nearly stole it. And United do have the ball back. And Reading just lump it long and just get it out of danger. Joe Lumley is really poor. Harry Maguire. Wan-Bissaka. Anthony. Harry Maguire. Lindelof. No, just knocking the ball around the back here. Just trying to, well, just hoping Reading will just kind of open up a little bit more. Eriksen. Rashford. Eriksen. Lindelof. United just hoping drag a few players out of position, just open up a gap for someone to run into. We've always got that kind of long ball. We've seen Victor Lindelof. The amount of times he's put some like world class ball from the back line over the top of a defence is unreal. And we've got that option in Lindelof. Whether that's to Weghorst, whether that's to Anthony, or who we mainly see it to, and that's being Marcus Rashford. We just obviously need to be a little bit patient for the opportunity to arise, as opposed to just kind of hoping for the best, as Lindelof has it here. Eriksen, ball up wide to Anthony. He flicks it on, looking for Wan-Bissaka. Good defending from Reading. Casemiro picks it back up. Anthony gives it away. And here's Lau. Loses it to Casemiro. And Anthony moves it into Eriksen. Eriksen now on the half centre, the semi. Oh, I don't even bloody know. Malacia looks to put it back. Anthony brings it down, slips. Weghorst is in, deflected over the bar. I think it might have been offside anyway. No, corner for United. Big chance there for Manchester United. And particularly in Weghorst, just over the bar or just deflected over. Great piece of defending. Great piece of defending from the number 3. McAteer, I want to say. Might have been Holmes. Actually, I think it was Holmes. The corner here for Manchester United. Eriksen will take it. Still 0-0. Bit of a shame we haven't scored yet. And we didn't score. We weren't going to score from that corner. It's a really it was a poor delivery in. Malacia has it. Into Eriksen. Back to Malacia. Wan-Bissaka now. Back to Malacia. Looks to put a deep cross in. Out for a throw in. Which Malacia looked like Eriksen was going to take it quickly. But Malacia does. And moved it into Victor Lindelof. Cross to Maguire. Harry Maguire. To Rashford. Berghorst. Malacia. Lovely ball into Rashford. Sits his man down. And plays the worst pass of his career. Casemiro did brilliantly. Anthony Cole's one over the bar. Oh, what a chance that would have been if Marcus Rashford could have found his man. All over the top. Rashford's running onto it. Out for a goal kick though. Weren't running quick enough. Right. Joe Lumley with a goal kick for Reading. I feel like a goal is coming fairly soon. I think we need it because that's when the floodgates kind of will open. But obviously, the longer Reading can stay in this game, the better for them. And obviously, this game will go to a replay. If there is no winner today, it will go to a replay. Not to extra time. So it's absolutely essential that Manchester United win this game and get this game won tonight, because I and nobody else should be waiting for a fucking watching a replay. Manchester United can't afford another game. Anthony finds Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes, poor cutback, looking for Anthony. Maguire did really well there. And here is Casemiro. Looks to float one into the box. Well defended. And Casemiro will just pick it back up again. Just plays a 1-2 with a Reading defender, Casemiro. He's that good. Here is Malacia. Wan-Bissaka. Runs Casemiro. Back into Aaron Wan-Bissaka. To Lindelof. Eriksen. Maguire goes long. Looks to Rashford. Good defending. And look, that's the sort of ball I was referring to earlier from Lindelof. But that time it was Harry Maguire. It was a very good ball in the end, defended well by Reading. But look, that ball will be on at times. And if you can get Marcus Rashford running into that space, we're going to be dangerous. Maguire. Malacia. Lindelof. Malacia. Moves it out to Marcus Rashford. Can we get the ball into the box here? Rashford finds Malacia. Looks to cut it back. Malacia finds Bruno. Ericsson on the edge. Chance. Well blocked. Fucking hell. This Holmes fella, can he stop blocking everything? Anthony puts a cross in. Well defended by McAteer. Weghorst shoots over the bar. Fucking hell. Very good play there from Manchester United. The goals are coming. Goals are coming. I tell you what, this Holmes fella, he looks more like a rugby player than a footballer. I'm so tired. So tired. So a few goals in this game would be greatly appreciated. Anthony brings it down. Finds Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka goes down the line. Lovely ball into Anthony. Brilliant there from Wan-Bissaka. And here is Anthony. Finds Bruno. Bruno goes for goal. Just wide. Well, over really. Wide and over. Again, good play there from Manchester United. Manchester United really starting to open this Reading team up more often than not. And that was never going in. It's always over. Always wide. Poor, really, there from Bruno Fernandes. But look, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, please do hit that like button below and subscribe if you are new and you haven't already. That would be greatly appreciated. Obviously, it does help to grow the community, which is 542 strong. Joe Lumley goes long now for Reading. Lindelof brings it down, finds Casemiro, who moves it out into Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who just pops it into Harry Maguire. Malacia. Ericsson. Malacia. Poor from Ericsson. Long ball from Reading. Maguire wins it up against Lau. Why? I don't know why they're looking at Baba Rahman so much. What was their fascination with Baba Rahman? Obviously, I don't have sound for the game, so I don't hear what they say. Malacia. Ericsson. Lindelof. Ericsson. Rashford delivers into the box, looking for Bruno. Good defending from Reading, who clear it, but Harry Maguire just steps out really well. Maguire's having a very good game, by the way. I know a lot of people won't say it because it's Harry Maguire, but Maguire's been very good today so far. But look, at the same time, he fucking should be, shouldn't he? He should be. Because it's Reading. You'd expect your £80 million centre back to be playing well against Reading. So again, goal kick for Joe Lumley to take, and they go long. Lindelof can't win it against Carroll, but Junior Hoilett has it. Wan-Bissaka does well. Casemiro finds Weghorst, who does brilliantly there. Bringing it down. Battles with it. Moves it to Maguire, who does well as well. And Casemiro, can he bring it out? No, he can't. Lindelof. To Malacia. Malacia. Poor ball there from Malacia, but Ericsson will give chase. Joe Lumley. Again, what is he doing distribution-wise? Ericsson. Nearly getting caught. Nearly catching him out again. He is rubbish, Joe Lumley. He is so bad. And look, like I said earlier, I said this when we played Middlesbrough last year. We got knocked out by him. We don't talk about that part. But he was crap for Middlesbrough, and he's been crap again today. Lumley goes long. Good play there by Reading. Casemiro brilliantly wins the ball. I'm not sure if he won it or Casemiro or Lindelof made the tackle. But here comes Anthony. Very direct here, Anthony. Brilliant play there from Anthony. Anthony's doing really well here. Finds Bruno Fernandes, who just drags it wide. That is brilliant play from Manchester United. And particularly Anthony. Fantastic from Manchester United. Like I said, the goals are coming. Really, Bruno should have scored there. But looking good. Here is Anthony again. Maguire goes long, looking for Rashford. Reading do well, but can Rashford get hold of it? No. Bit unlucky there, Rashford. The ball just kind of hits him, and then the Reading players see it out for a corner. For a goal kick, sorry. And a bit unlucky, like I say. But it is what it is. Again, it's a goal kick. Joe Lumley will go long. Again, looking for Andy Carroll. That's their outball every time, isn't it? There's always that long ball looking for Andy Carroll up against Victor Lindelof and then trying to work from that. They didn't even try it this time. Anthony now has it. The Casemiro. Looks for the run of Bruno Fernandes. Couldn't find it. Weghorst heads it across goal. Rashford! Referee says it's over the line. And there we go. 1-0 Manchester United. And it's it's Marcus Rashford with a goal. There's the celebration. The trademark celebration. And it is 1-0 Manchester United. What a goal. Well, it's not... I don't know about what a goal, but... What a bloke. What a bloke. And look, it was coming. And I was saying it was coming. And we'll see it here again. Brilliant play from Manchester United. Casemiro tries to slip Bruno in. Weghorst won the header. And Joe Lumley, he's fucking awful. He's so bad. Doesn't know where he's standing. Catches the ball. But he's caught it behind the line. Apparently, I think it's been ruled out for offside. Weghorst is offside. Goal doesn't stand. Weghorst is offside, so we won't stand. I don't get. The pass isn't to Weghorst. It hasn't just hit the defender. The defender's gone to clear it. Goal's not going to stand. Bullshit. Bullshit. I don't agree with this. So, for those of you who aren't watching it, I'll get the picture up. So, there you go. So, Casemiro makes the pass looking for Bruno. In this situation, Weghorst is offside, and rightly so. But the ball is going to Bruno. So then the defender, by blocking the pass, doesn't just put his body in the way. It doesn't hit him. He kicks it. He kicks the ball up. He messes up his clearance, but the ball doesn't just hit him. He kicks it. Which for me, means the defender has touched it. He's played the ball. Which then again, to me, means Weghorst should then be onside. Obviously, people have their own opinions. But to me, that should be offside. Should be onside. Thank you, George Lad. Thank you. Very, very kind. Very, very kind. Here is Anthony. Looks trying to get the ball into the box. Good defending. Tom Ince clears. Maguire finds Malacia. Bruno. Rashford. And also, I mean, the goal obviously didn't stand for Rashford, but if Rashford does actually get one that will stand today, he will become the first player in history, I believe it was, to score in 10 consecutive games at Old Trafford. Some record to have, should he get there. Weghorst brings it down to Wan-Bissaka. Anthony finds Wan-Bissaka again. Puts the cross in. Good ball in. United can't bring it down. Weghorst or Rashford can't. Bruno. Casemiro. Penalty. Surely that's a penalty. Why are you just spamming? Lad, if you're just going to keep spamming letters, I will just time you out. Time out. What's going on? That's a penalty. It's a penalty. Got to be a penalty. That is blatant. He comes through Casemiro before he gets the ball. Penalty. He comes through Casemiro's back before he kicks the ball. It's probably not a penalty. But I'm gonna appeal for it. I don't think that's necessarily not a penalty. I think again, I'm looking at the goal. I think the goal should stand. We haven't been given a penalty either. Brilliant. Eriksen. Bruno. That was so shit from Reading. I think particularly Andy Carroll just gets in the way of the number 8. Brilliant here from Anthony. Eriksen kind of just runs into his path there, and it all just got a bit messy. But United win it. I've won it back. Lindelof. Bruno looks for the ball into Casemiro. Well defended there from Manchester United. Malacia does well. Andy Carroll has won it back here though from Bruno Fernandes. Looks to bring it forward, but he's so slow. He just has no turn of pace whatsoever. And it came to Nout. And Maguire has it now. He drives forward with it. Really good play here from Maguire. And he moves it into Tyrell Malacia. To Casemiro. Anthony. Maguire. Lindelof. Weghorst does well. Finds Bruno Fernandes. Ball comes into the box. Eriksen with a header. It would have been miles off though. So absolutely pointless. We've got 2 minutes until half time plus obviously whatever added time we get it. Well, stoppage time. Well, no, was it extra time? Added time? Added time. In this first half, which I think we will get a bit, maybe 2 minutes, 2-3 minutes. Casemiro goes long looking for Anthony. Well defended there by Reading. Rashford looks to drop it into Eriksen. It's a mix-up in communication, but United win it back here. Wan-Bissaka does really well to get it out to Bruno Fernandes on this right-hand side. Ball comes into the box, well defended. Out for a corner for Manchester United. Not many chances left here for United to get this goal just before half-time. Come on then. Again, Eriksen, by the looks of it, is going to be the man to take the corner. Harry Maguire, get your big head on this, please, lad. Weghorst the same. Eriksen to deliver. Ball comes into the back post. Maguire missed it. Anthony shoots with his right. Always wide. Not a bad effort there from Anthony, but not great either. Good play there from Anthony. Oh, actually, I'll take that back. It was a bad effort. A really bad effort. Never on target. Never. As the clock ticks on by, this first half, I don't know how United. Well, we did score, didn't we? But United deserve more in this first half than what we've got. But that's football sometimes, you know. Reading are through here. What the fuck? Reading nearly score. Malacia and De Gea all over the place. The ball comes in. I don't know why De Gea doesn't come and grab it. He doesn't. Malacia tries bringing it down in his own box. And Hoylett robs it. De Gea with a good save. But it's all a bit of a mess. The best chance of the game has fallen to Reading. So there is 2 minutes of added time. Wan-Bissaka puts the ball in. Good defending. Here is Anthony. I think he's had a pretty good first half. Wan-Bissaka finds Casemiro, puts it in. Weghorst into the keeper's hands. Not a bad there from Weghorst. United moving the ball around here. Good interchange. Weghorst always stretching. Did turn it towards goal, but it took another deflection and into the hands of Joe Lumley. And 2 minutes of added time is up. And the referee, after this goal kick is taken, will blow for half time, I'm sure. And does so. So at half time here at Old Trafford, it is Manchester United 0, Reading 0. United probably do deserve to go into half time 1-0 up, at least. Obviously, Marcus Rashford did have the ball in the back of the net before it was disallowed. For offside for Weghorst. Reading will be very happy, as you would expect, coming into half time at 0-0. Some good passing, yeah. And I guess this will be this performance, and the fact that we are, well, we're not struggling against Reading, but we haven't scored against Reading yet, is vindication and justification for as to why we haven't rested, why we haven't rotated and rested some of these first team players, because well, I guess the line of thinking would be, if the first team can't beat Reading, how would the second team? Obviously, that's not how football works, but if we go over and look at the stats for the game so far, if it wants to load. There we go. So here's the stats of the game so far, and I think it does kind of tell a story, doesn't it? 80% possession to 20. Yeah, we knew that. We kind of expected that coming into it. Manchester United have been the better team. We are the better team. So we expect to be dominating this game, possession-wise. 15 shots. Good sign. Obviously, we're creating a lot of chances with that possession. But it's those 2 shots on target that is the issue. Just simply not good enough. We need to be getting more shots on target and creating better quality chances as well. Not just the chances. Let me just see if I can get the expected goals for this game to really kind of hammer home this point that while we are creating chances, and those 15 shots suggest that, we're not creating high enough quality chances. That being said, .64 XG according to FotMob. At the highest. I mean, Weghorst has had quite a lot, hasn't he? Weghorst has had a lot of chances. Picture goals. Weghorst should have scored. But look, I mean, again, look, I said Maguire was playing well. I have to say he is. 7.1 rating. Done a very, very good game. We are playing too fast for Weghorst to follow through. I think, look, Weghorst has had enough chances. I mean, as we just saw. he's had chances in this game. He just hasn't taken them particularly. But we are creating chances. I generally I don't think there's been any particularly bad plays in this game. I have to say that. I'm happy. I'm happy with how United are playing. Goals will come. I've said, and I keep saying that. I said that throughout that first half. The goals will come in. And we've created chances. Bruno had a great chance. Like I said, Weghorst has had a couple. Antony's had a couple sighters. Eventually, we will find that opening goal. And once that goal comes, more and more will come. It's frustrating that we haven't got that though yet. I'm just looking now. Look, yeah, people are very happy with Antony's performance, which I've said quite a lot. I think Antony's had a good first half. 80% pass accuracy, 43 touches, always constantly getting involved. 4 shots, 3 key passes, 1 tackle, 1. But 3 chances created. But it is 4 recoveries as well. It is just about kind of getting the shots that we're having, because we are creating a lot of chances. Actually, just getting them on target, and that just comes down to a bit of, at times, a little bit of luck, and at times just a little bit more quality when it comes to the finishes. But generally, I can't complain about any of the players. I've been happy, and I mean, I do hope that we will see players like a Palestri and Alejandro Garnacho come on in this second half. But we need to make sure this game is won before we do that, I suppose. And like I said at the start at the end of the first half, this is kind of vindication for Erik ten Hag to start this the first team, because, well, we're not winning the game yet, are we? And again, I do just want to actually comment on Joe Lumley again. I've said it so often. He is dog shit. He is so bad. The guy can't pass from the back. His distribution is dreadful. Dreadful. His goalkeeping, dreadful. That Rashford free kick at the start of the game, almost straight at him. He struggles with it. That Rashford goal, which obviously got disallowed in the end, he's caught at the ball behind his line. The guy stinks. I will not watch Manchester United lose to one of his teams again after last year, after the FA Cup against Middlesbrough last year. I can't see Manchester United lose to him again, to that stinky cunt again. I can't do it to myself. I really, really can't. But look, I'm quickly going to go refill my bottle and grab myself a little drink. But we'll be back before the second half gets kicked off and underway. So give me a second and I'll be right back. Right, I'm back. By the looks of it, the players might be coming out for the second half. No changes, no. I think it's just a case of when will United score, not if, at this point. Look, and I've said that throughout the game, really. United have been by far away the better team. Changes in terms of Reading, I wouldn't be able to tell you, but I don't think so. I don't think they've made any changes either. Time to go and press. Let's go win the game. Come on then. And look, I do think, regardless of what happens in the second half, we've got to get some of the subs on. Like, do we actually? Look, I always think, yeah, you got to get them on, but at the same time, none of these players have to play. For me, have to play against Nottingham Forest. But obviously, some of them will. Yeah, you've got to get some of the subs on. For me, Brandon Williams should be coming on for certain for Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka's played so many games recently, and he'll probably either Williams or Wan-Bissaka will have to play against Nottingham Forest because Dallas still is not going to be available. So I would be bringing Wan-Bissaka off Williams. And then we're away for the second half, by the way. I'd also be bringing Eriksen off for Fred. All over the top, looking for Rashford. Joe Lumley's out well and quickly to read and get a hold of the ball. If you guys are enjoying the stream, please do hit that like button below and subscribe if you are new and you haven't already. That would be greatly appreciated. I don't know what. I'm just looking at the word message. It just looked wrong, doesn't it? That is pretty mental of me, isn't it? But yeah, no, I'm just looking. I saw the word message in the bottom corner there. And I was just like, have I spelt? Is that spelt right? Have I had that spelt wrong the whole time? But no, it is spelt right. Maguire across to Victor Lindelof. Eriksen. Moves to Rashford. Back into Christian Eriksen. Back to Rashford. So, poor ball from Rashford, really. Wan-Bissaka was the one actually closest to getting it. Wan-Bissaka wins it. Moves it to Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes on the edge. So poor from Bruno Fernandes. So far over the bar. Mate, he thinks he's playing rugby. That's a conversion, fucking hell. That's a conversion. Carroll, poor ball to Junior Hoilett, but it does actually reach him. Rashford, lovely ball to Eriksen, finds Weghorst. Weghorst fouled. Referee says no. Here is Andy Carroll. Doing really well there, Andy Carroll. And does win a free kick off of Weghorst. I'm not sure about that. Toilet's still down. You alright? Junior lad, just get up. Just get up, mate. I've got a bit of a love-hate relationship with Junior Hoilett. Because, for personal reasons, I somewhat follow Cardiff. Like, I don't support them, but like, I'll keep an eye on them. And like, they're not doing great right now, so I don't. My support in the loosest term is very, very weak right now. But when they were the year they got into the Premier League and the year they got promoted to the Premier League, that I was like proper like keep an eye on them and following them. Not again, I did support them. Obviously, Man United have always been my team, but following them. And Junior Hoilett, he missed 2 penalties in a row against, I think it was Norwich. No, Wolves. It was against Wolves. Couldn't believe it. Could not believe it. Misses it. We get a corner. We'll kind of get a corner, and then we win. We get another penalty from said corner, and he misses it again. Oh no, sorry. Gary Medine missed one as well. Both penalties weren't both missed by Hoilett. Hoilett only missed one of them. Gary Medine missed one of them as well. He's dog shit as well, Gary Medine. Hoilett delivers. Lindelof heads clear. Ericsson clears. Back to Joe Lumley. There's a chance here that United could win it. Anthony couldn't get hold of it, but Malacia does because the ball from Lumley was rubbish. Bruno's at left back here. Goes long down the line. Hoilett just plucks it out of the air easily. Hoilett does well there. Looks for the ball down the line. Casemiro does well. Ball down the line. Andy Carroll plucks it out of the air brilliantly. Looks for the ball to his teammate and to his partner. It's out for a throw in. I'll tell you what. I'm not saying Andy Carroll's the best player in the world. I'm not saying he's the best thing since sliced bread. But I do think Andy Carroll is a little bit disrespected. I think he's a much better player than a lot of people give him credit for. Like, there's some of the goals that man has scored in his career. He's a good player. He's a good player, Andy Carroll. The camera, there you go. There's Wan-Bissaka driving forward here. Looks for Anthony. Not the greatest of passes, just hits his heels. Wan-Bissaka has given it to Casemiro, who puts the ball into the box. Well defended. Eriksson can't beat Loam in the middle of the park, and Wijnaldum will now just clear. Maguire battling with Zhao. Maguire looks to have won that battle. Reading have it here now, though. Andy Carroll. That's a red card. Andy Carroll just... That's a red card. That is a red card. That's got to be a red card. That is a red card tackle from Andy Carroll. That's a red card. He's halfway up his leg, ref. That's a red card. That is ridiculous. Eriksson goes long, looking for Anthony. Anthony finds Casemiro. What a scoop, what a goal. Manchester United have a lead. Come on! And the goal was coming, and it has come. And it's the two Brazilians combining Anthony and Casemiro. It's 1-0 Man United. And that's game over now, isn't it? Game over already. Come on! And we'll see it again. I tell you what, Casemiro, what a bloke, by the way. What a bloke. Not only does he just win the ball constantly, he's popping up with goals so often. That ball from Anthony is world class, and the finish from Casemiro is even better. What a finish from the Brazilian. What a run from the Brazilian as well. Manchester United have a 1-goal lead, and that should be game over. Reading have been awful, and there's no coming back from that. What a bloke. And look, people want to talk about the best defensive midfielders in the world and in the Premier League. Casemiro not only does the ball winning of a Thomas Partey, not only does the passing of a Rodri, but he's also doing the goal scoring of elite, of very good attacking midfielders. Like, how many goals has he got? How many goals does Casemiro have this season for Manchester United? Three goals this season already. Malacia. And look, now the predictions are on, isn't it? The goals will come. How many of them will come? I've gone for 3-0. Obviously, if I get them back up. NG went for 6. I'm not quite sure that we're going to hit 6. But, like I said, the floodgates could open now. With Joe Lumley in goal, anything could happen. Fred's on for Eriksson. So I think that's a good change. I think that's a good change from Erik ten Hag, that bringing Fred on. There's just no need to keep Eriksson on the pitch. He's an important player. Him and Fred are very, very different players. We need Eriksson available for the Crystal Palaces, the Leeds. So I think it's a good sub to bring on Fred. Let Casemiro rest. And just helps to avoid injury. Bruno delivers into the box. Anthony. Bruno. Fred. Casemiro. Goes for goal. Takes it flat. The fucking bloke is unreal. What a goal. What a goal. Casemiro got a second. What a finish. I didn't expect the goal. He's on a hat-trick, the man. He shoots and it's a shit shot. The shot is awful. I think it must come off the defender's head. It must come off the defender's head. And like, I'm watching it thinking, this is a nothing shot. It's an easy save. And I'll see it here. It may take a deflection of the centre-back. But the goalkeeping is awful. The goalkeeping is awful. Here it is. Oh, it takes a massive deflection. Oh, I feel somewhat sorry for the goalkeeper now. I'll tell you what. He's so good, Casemiro. He gets the goals. He gets assists. He wins the ball back. Is there anything Casemiro can't do? Genuine question. Is there anything Casemiro can't do? Like, the guy is a baller. Why Real Madrid ever let him go? I don't know. Why did they let him go? Casemiro, they're telling Maguire, you've got to be quicker with it. And look, I mean, I want to talk about Samuel Lokonga. He had a shocking game against Man City, didn't he, when he came on? But from what I can tell, apparently Eriksen walked straight down the tunnel when he came off. Which would suggest Eriksen has picked up an injury. Malacia over the bar. So that is not ideal because I imagine that injury would have come from that Andy Carroll challenge. Which... Who's this? Looms off for Borna. Yeah, so Rashford looks like Eriksen walked straight down the tunnel, which suggests he is injured or picked up an injury from that challenge from Andy Carroll. Not ideal because we do need him. Hopefully, it is nothing serious and it is just a little bit of pain. So we wanted to get some ice on it straight away. But yeah, because if not, he would have just went and sat on the bench with all the other subs because players don't walk out, don't walk down the tunnel for no reason. Casemiro gives away a free kick on the halfway line there for Reading. Bring on Palestra and Garnacho, come on. Yeah, exactly that now for me. There is no reason why we need to keep these first team players on the pitch now. We're 2-0 up. Game is won, more or less. Yeah, like you say, get the changes on, get the subs on. Get Palestri on, get Garnacho on, give them half an hour, and then give them the full 90s against Nottingham Forest. Yeah, no. I completely agree. For me, Rashford off, Garnacho on, Anthony off, Palestri on. You get 5 subs. So Bruno's off. Elanga. I would just go with that, and just let the kids play, as they say. Let the kids play. Right, to Lindelof, Maguire, Malacia, to Rashford. United just knocking the ball around. Casemiro, nice into Maguire, Anthony, turns, faces up Baba Rahman, comes inside, looking for someone, finds Fred. Rashford, back to Fred. Rashford obviously still looking for his goal, and maybe that's part of the thinking. We want Rashford to get that 10th goal, goal in 10th consecutive match for United at Old Trafford. So maybe we're waiting to try and hopefully he gets that goal. Here is Anthony. Into Malacia. Why has the ref done that? Andy Carroll's been sent off. Andy Carroll's been sent off. Yeah, no, I somewhat agree. I do somewhat agree. Because I do think records like that play on Rashford's mind too much, and he becomes more selfish than he would. Fucking hell. That is so bad from Carroll. Just comes sliding in, nowhere near the ball. The most obvious second yellow you're ever going to get. Should have been sent off earlier. Has now been sent off. Andy Carroll is off. There we go. Down the tunnel he goes. Wan-Bissaka. Good defending. Probably could have done a little bit more there, Wan-Bissaka, to be fair. He's just... You never believe Wan-Bissaka used to be a winger, would you? Defensively, great. But... Fred Mondo. Fred Mondo, man. What a flick. It's a quick corner. Quick corner from United. Quick short corner. And Bruno Fernandes just plays it essentially down the byline. And Fred just flicks it at the front post past Joe Lumley. He's offside. He's going to be offside. He's going to be offside. Oh, it is onside. What a flick from Fred Mondo. What a flick from Fred Mondo, man. Frederico. And it's the Brazilians running the show for Manchester United. The 2 Brazilian midfielders with goals. And here comes the changes. Palestri and Garnacho coming on. Rashford is off, so he won't get his goal. Garnacho's on. So is Palestri. I assume Palestri for Anthony. Bruno. Maybe Palestri in the middle. Interesting to see how this team lines up now then. Here we go. And then a change for Reading as well by the looks of it. I'm not sure who that change was for Reading. So Anthony's moved into number 10. There we go. How are we not just scored? Fred shoots over the bar. How the fuck have United not just scored? So Hoylett's been replaced for Reading. Garnacho did brilliantly. Good save by Lumley. Palestri going for sliding in, couldn't get onto it. Weghorst shot is blocked. And then Fred just fires over. What a chance there for United. What a chance there for Palestri to get his first goal in a Manchester United shirt. Garnacho, he's electric, isn't he? It's the Brazilian kid again. Oh yeah, Garnacho and Palestri. Finally, keeping Anthony on the right is the right choice. He's definitely, no, he's not on the right, unfortunately. He's through the centre. I think Anthony's had a good game. We'll see how well he gets on centrally. I think he'll be absolutely fine there, personally. We'll find out. Forest should start in the Forest game. Yeah, no, absolutely he should. So should Palestri for me. No, he has not cosplayed as a Beyblade yet. Hopefully we'll have Sancho back for that. Yes, I hope so too, because I think Jadon Sancho being back for that game, which I think he should be, will be perfect for United, because Sancho can play as a number 10. He can play in that Bruno Fernandes role fine. So it would allow us to play Palestri, Garnacho, and get Sancho in, and means we wouldn't necessarily have to play Bruno Fernandes, which would be useful. So it is a corner here for Reading. What, 20 minutes to go here at Old Trafford. Manchester United 3, Reading nil. That was my prediction. But more goals will come. Andy Carroll getting himself sent off is ludicrous. Reading have scored. Reading have scored. From the corner, 3-1. It's the new right wing back. We'll see it here. Can De Gea come and collect that? It's in his 6-yard box, man. He's in the middle of his 6-yard box. Oh, it's on the edge of the 6-yard box. I question whether or not De Gea could have come and claimed that. But just nobody's tracking him. He's nobody's man at all. And we've got more changes. Elanga and Mayano. Weghorst is off. Mainu. Elanga on. Casemiro off. Go, Mainu's on. So Langer goes up top. Mainu comes into the midfield. Obviously, very, very promising young player there, Mainu. Hopefully he can show why he's been called up to the first team, why he's getting regular first team minutes. Oh, for a player of his age, you would say fairly regularly. Then I find anything generous for some game time. And look, rightly so. I mean, the game's done and dusted at this point, or realistically should be. There's enough senior players on that pitch still to not have to worry about a comeback from Reading. And just, like I say, an opportunity for these young players to show what they're about, make a name for themselves potentially in an FA Cup game. Or at very, very least, show they deserve to play against Nottingham Forest in a game in which we're 3-0 up at Old Trafford. Similar situation to this game, really. Disappointing for Casemiro. He didn't get his hat trick. That's my takeaway from this game. More changes for Reading, and they're changing their goalkeeper. Ooh, is that injury? I mean, I have said he has been shit, but you don't expect the goalkeeper to be changed, do you? The Craig has come on. Hussein Zanis. I just cannot believe they've subbed their goal. They've subbed off the Joe Lumley. I mean, I'm not surprised because he is wank, but like I say, you never see that happen, do you? Maguire, Wan-Bissaka into Mayanu. How do you pronounce it? I keep forgetting how to pronounce the name, the lad's name. Casemiro, not Casemiro, Anthony. Wan-Bissaka. Well played there by Mayanu. Anthony. Fred. Back to Anthony. Elanga. Back to Anthony. Ball pass from Anthony. Maguire. Wan-Bissaka. Fred. 13 minutes to go in this game as Malacia picks it up. Finds Garnacho. Never really brings it under control there properly. Here is Tom Ince. Up against Mayanu and Malacia. Malacia brings him down. It is going to be a free kick to Reading. Who's that? Is that Tom Ince taking it? It is. Goes down the line. Ball crosses into the box. Wan-Bissaka's there. Heads it clear. Pellistri takes it under. Looking to try and escape. Finds Garnacho on the left-hand side. Tom Ince with a good tackle. Out for a goal kick. For a throw-in. Throw-in, not a goal kick. Finn, you're all over the place. Is the draw after this? By the way. It's alright, it's on Monday. There we go. Wan-Bissaka delivers good goalkeeping from Reading keeper. He's better. He's better than Joe Lumley. What a surprise. Oh, here's a chance for Tom Ince. Up against Fred. Sells him. Chance here for Reading. Sits Maguire down. What the fuck has he done? That number 19. You dick. You dick. What a chance for Reading there. Still got it here though, actually. Fred with a good tackle in the end. Anthony and Elanga both kind of, I think the other team are going to get, other one's going to get it. But here is Elanga driving forward, moves it into Alejandro Garnacho. Manchester United on the counter-attack from, should have conceded one end to nearly scoring the other. But Garnacho's shot is a tame one straight at the goalkeeper, Ruzanis. Really, really good counter-attacking stuff there from Manchester United. Again, Garnacho probably should have done a little bit better defensively. Here is Shane Long. Good free kick. Yeah. Well done, Malacia. And look, these last 10 minutes, it's going to be a bit of a bore fest. You look at Paul Ince, and you can see you don't have to be a great lip reader to see how he's feeling. You just fucking shout, shoot! And look, this is something I just don't get about some players. They wait so long to try and get the shot away to have the perfect opportunity. And they lose it trying to get that perfect opportunity. Mate, if you get half a yard, get the shot away. Because that half a yard and that shot is more effective, and you have a higher chance of scoring that than you do trying to make that perfect opportunity, and when you eventually you get the ball robbed from you because you can't create that perfect opportunity. It makes no sense to me why Reading in that situation haven't just got the shot away. Anthony, it's a Fred. Gets it out to Alejandro Garnacho. Garnacho runs at this Reading defence, pulls it back. Originally looking for Fred, I believe, but Maino has the ball. Wan-Bissaka. Anthony, get it out wide to Pellistri. Can we get it out to Pellistri? Fred. Mainu. Out to Pellistri. Go on, Pellistri. Anthony. Goes for goal. Always over the bar. And you can see he's not happy with himself there, Anthony. Kicks the ground in frustration. Keeps going, putra. Just shit in Brazilian. Or Portuguese, technically. Long ball from Buzanis. Long wins the first ball. Malacia won the second. Here comes Tom Ince, who has been a bit of a threat for Reading today, really. Malacia does well. You can see why his dad picks him, can't you? Ball into the box. Maguire wins the first ball. Palestri can't get it under. Malacia. Poor from Malacia there. Tries to just launch it out, but sends it out for a throw-in. And keeps the pressure on United's defence here. The fans are keeping the ball. Boys, do the fans not want to go home? Like, the long ball. Palestri can't win the first ball. Wan-Bissaka does well. And goes down the line. Reading win it though. Shane Long. Looking to wriggle away from Wan-Bissaka and Palestri. But can't do so. United do well there. Wan-Bissaka and Palestri. United now will be able to just play it out from the back. Maguire to Fred. And we're beating the first line. Shane Long looks knackered already. Good play here from United. Malacia looking to support Garnacho. Here is Malacia. Does well then. Malacia finds Garnacho again. Fred. Mayanu. Or Maino. I need to actually remember how to pronounce his name. I feel bad. Anthony looks to take it on his man, but can't. Wan-Bissaka picks it up. Here he is again. It's astonishing. It's absolutely world class from Mainu. Anthony looks for the run of Palestri. Palestri just can't get the ball. Just under 5 minutes to go. About 4 minutes to go, really. United have won the game, haven't they? Let's be real here. We've won this game. It's just about seeing it out at this point. So it's a long ball. Maguire wins it. Fred picks it up. To Lindelof. Into Wan-Bissaka. To Fred. Alanga. Mainu. Anthony! What a chance for Anthony. And as he goes to pass it into the back of the net, he slips on it. What a chance for Anthony there. He's got to score. Garnacho does brilliantly. Finds him in the box. And just slips as he goes to side foot it into that back post. Got to score there for me, Anthony. He's got to score. He's unlucky with the slip, but he's got to score. We have a corner here. Anthony's going to take it. Maguire's up. We've gone short into Palestri. To Anthony. Fred. Mainu. Garnacho. Alejandro Garnacho looks to run and wins a corner. Good defending there. Good defending there from Yaldum. There's another corner for United. Anthony again is going to be the man to take it. This time, hopefully we actually get the ball into the box and try and get the ball in the big man, Harry Maguire's head. Anthony takes. It's a crap ball. It's so bad. Doesn't beat the first man. It's easily hooked away for a throw-in for United. Malacia. Into Mainu. Maguire. To Fred. Palestri. Go on, Palestri. Go on, lad. Finds Anthony. Good tackle from Tom Ince, but Mainu wins it again. Mainu's looked good in this little cameo. I think I'm happy with him. Get him in the team more. Lindelof up to Harry Maguire. Finds Anthony. Out wide to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Anthony. Finds Palestri, who turns on it. Looks to get the ball into the box. Good defending from Reading. And Mukatir. I'll tell you what, it'd be nice for some of our attackers to get some goals. Wait, hold on. Has Alanga got a beard? Fred. Anthony. Shoots. Blocked by... It looked like it was actually Lindelof, but no, it's going to be another corner. Sorry, does Alanga have a beard? I don't know if you heard the car out my window, but he's got a massive cock. You can just tell from the way he revs it. Crap ball in from Fred. Why is Fred taking it? Thank you. So Anthony's been given man of the match. I can't really complain. I think he has been very, very good today. So actually, I can complain. I will complain. Casemiro scored twice. How do you not give it to the guy that scored 2 goals? They must have just forgot about Casemiro. Surely. Because you don't not give it to Casemiro, surely. Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka again. Goes into Lindelof. 4 minutes of added time, by the way, in this game. Wan-Bissaka loses the ball to Shane Long. It's never good to lose the ball to Shane Long because he ain't great. He ain't no great footballer, Shane Long. Alanga flicks the ball over the top, looking for Alejandro Garnacho. Garnacho just tries to cut in. Just shoot across goal with your left foot there, Garnacho, lad. Fred with a strong challenge there on Tom Ince. Free kick to Reading. 2.5 minutes to go. United, look, we knew United were going to win this game from the word go. And I mean, we got the first goal, and there was no looking back really, and it's just prolonging the inevitable at this point. Maguire, lovely ball into Alejandro Garnacho, who again we're looking for constantly. Alanga into Palestri. Anthony. Alanga. Mainu. Alanga. Palestri. Can't hold the ball up. And here comes Reading. Essentially on a counter-attack. Shane Long looking to run Lindelof. Lindelof does wow. That's not looking good for Lindelof. He's hobbling. That's alright. It's not an injury. His boots come off. It's alright. It's alright. Mainu. Anthony. Will drive forward with it here. Anthony doing really well here. Drops it into Palestri. Palestri. Anthony. Anthony puts the ball into the box. Well defended from Reading. And the keeper has it in his hands now. Into the last minute of the game here. Reading will go long. Looking for any sort of consolation they can get. Shane Long looking to run Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Shane Long has brought it down well. Just drops it in to... Is that Craig? First time we've seen the ball. Him really get the ball. Mainu with a fantastic challenge. Here is Anthony. Wins a throw-in. Good play. Well played there by Anthony. He moves it into Palestri. Referee says no. Bring it back. And I say, referee, don't be a twat. Game should be done and dusted. United have won it. Maguire. Driving into the midfield. Finds Anthony. And there we go. There's full time here at Old Trafford. Manchester United have beaten Reading by 3-1. Erik ten Hag and Paul Ince shake hands. A look of acknowledgement. It's been a good game. But Casemiro and the Brazilians for Manchester United have made the difference today. Fred with... Alanga does have a beard. Alanga does have a beard. That is mental. Alanga has a beard. That's what I'm taking from this game. The win was expected, was always going to come. Alanga having a beard, not expected. Yeah. Right. Look, that is going to be it from me today for the watch along. Obviously, we will be going over for the Let's Talk. We'll be live over there in about 5 or so minutes. So please do tune in for that. That would be greatly appreciated. I'll see you all over there in a bit. Peace.